Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time. Well, not really, because they're an hour early. It's Not the Experts Live.
An hour early and well rested. So well rested. So much sleep happened today. And we are here. I am Titus. That is Levi. This is Not the Experts from Butler Productions Multimedia. BPM. Woo! Got it right. We are here. Welcome. Thank y'all for coming. Thank y'all for coming early today, this Sunday. You know, it's a lot of sports. We're still in the sports intertwined world, so it's kind of I wanted to get it off early so we could not. But we want you to have to play us or play the finals on mute. Well, I mean, you could have played the finals on mute and watched us, but some of y'all might like Jeff Van Gundy and Mark Jackson as a commentating team. Might want to hear him. So, we just wanted to respect your wishes in that regard. So yeah, we're here. A lot of football took place. A lot of basketball took place. Levi, college football happened yesterday.
Yes.
I have thoughts this week.
Okay.
This is the first week I kind of got in the spirit of it.
Mhm.
It could have been because it was Auburn Georgia week, which means, for me as a neutral, there's a lot of opportunity to slander.
Yes.
So I was a little into it this week.
Mhm.
I didn't watch every game, but I woke up to a lot of scores and I watched some of the game. This is football. I think I texted you during Georgia Auburn in the first half of Stetson Barnett. It's Barnett, right? I always want to say Barrett for some reason.
Yeah.
Stetson Barnett the fourth.
Or it may be Barrett.
I hope it's
Keep
Barnett.
going.
Yeah.
I'll look it up.
I think I texted you during Stetson Barnett versus
Bo Nix.
Bo Nix. I think I sent you the text. This is Bo Nix and Stetson Barnett is a quarterback battle I don't need or like.
Yeah.
So that's how I felt about that game. And you know what? When Georgia was up on Auburn, 20-something to 3, I said, now historical Georgia sports, Auburn got them right where they want them. But then Georgia actually they won the game.
Yeah,
That was funny.
I tried to remind my Auburn friend who was going through it last night.
Yeah.
Through it and all over it. I said, hey, just remember you're playing Georgia. Anything can happen. You're not out of this game.
You're never out of the game.
They were out of the game.
They were.
Yeah.
They just didn't know it.
That was very surprising.
If you can't come back on a Georgia team, you might need to reevaluate the whole season.
Well, I'm gonna give it to Georgia. Georgia's defense is really good this year, and we knew that going into this year that they were going to be good. The question was, is that offense going to be able to, hold up? And especially the offensive line, because they lost 4 out of their 5 starters,
Right.
and which technically 2 out of their 5 starters came back, but one dude missed pretty much every game last year because he broke his leg. But those 2 guys were back. But that's what surprised me about last night was, what did they say in Titus? What did they say in football, Titus?
Next man up.
Well, yes, they do say that.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry.
What's the key phrase? What do you have to do to win a game? Like, what's the number one thing you got to do?
Well, the great Herm Edwards would say you play to win the game. The great Herm Edwards would say. But
Yeah.
they do say, some people, I feel like Kirby Smart would say establish the run. Is that what
Okay,
you said?
yeah. Well,
Okay.
you got to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
I
and
was-
it's all
that was-
about
that was way down
dominating
on
the
my
line
list.
of scrimmage.
That was so far down on my list. I'm sorry.
It's okay. There's a lot of
It's so
go-to
many, it's
football
so many
terms.
phrases. Yes, so many.
But that's exactly what Georgia did last night. That offensive line created holes that were, in quote of my old football offensive coordinator in high school, he would say that hole is wide booty open. So those holes were wide booty open last night for Georgia to run or pass on, whatever they wanted to do.
Right.
And then in the opposite, when Bo Nix had the ball and Auburn was on offense, those holes were not wide booty open.
They weren't that open.
No, they weren't open at all because Georgia's defensive line just dominated Auburn's offensive line. It was pretty sad. It was kind of like watching a FCS team out there trying to hold up, FBS teams.
Yeah. That's sad.
But yeah, I mean,
Bad
that's why
time.
Auburn couldn't do anything. They couldn't get any production out of anybody, because the offensive line couldn't hold anyone. It's quite
At
terrible.
any point, are we going to acknowledge the fact that Gus Malzahn is like just
Not good?
Yeah. Is
Yeah.
that ever going to happen? Or are they going to still lie about that one championship he offensive coordinated?
Well, you can thank us, and by us I mean Nick Saban and Alabama, because
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Y'all saved his job a lot.
yes,
So many times.
and I'm convinced that we have done that on purpose. That we give him that one every 3-4
right.
years, and then let Auburn fans bathe all in that victory.
helps you sleep.
Yeah,
Helps you sleep. I respect it.
yeah, and then they turn around and sign Gus
Yeah.
for more. Yeah,
I respect that.
yeah.
I respect that. Honestly, I would have took an extra L if it made Jason Garrett stay as head coach.
Yeah.
But Mike McCarthy doesn't seem much better. So once I
Exactly.
once I had
You
Mike
didn't-
McCarthy, I was like, okay, well, this doesn't
Yeah.
matter anymore. But before that, when I didn't know where they would go with it, I was like, give me some more Jason Garrett, give me some more of the clapper.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel you.
Yeah.
Texas once again is not back,
Mm-hmm.
so that was nice to see.
Well, actually, Texas is back.
So we can't not the fact this is just who Texas is. It's not good. Can we just do that? They're not a
Yeah.
good. They're done. Their time is like this fake powerhouse who won one championship in the last 100 years or
Yeah.
whatever is not. They're not that.
Texas is going through those Alabama years where, we kept waving our flags and
pre-Nick Saban?
banners.
Yeah.
Our Paul Bear Bryant,
Right.
most national championships until we got to Saban. So,
Mhm.
yeah, that's what you got to do. They're just waving their banners,
Yeah.
being really happy until they finally get real
Yeah.
success. Yeah.
I want to talk about Alabama A&M real fast.
Yeah.
Has Kellen Mond not been in school 7 years? I feel like he's been at Texas A&M ever since. I feel like he's been the quarterback ever since ever since Kenny Hill had that one game
Mm-hmm.
where Johnny Manziel gave him a nickname and his career went downhill after that.
Yeah.
I feel like I've seen Kellen Mond on the football field ever since then.
My response to you texted me that yesterday. I said, I don't know, but I feel like he's been overrated for 7 years.
Yeah, I don't. I'm like, this can't still be your starter at this point.
Yeah.
we have to be over this experiment because I don't see why that's happening.
Yeah.
But good old Jimbo, Jimbo's coaching and his teams. Jimbo's all right. too.
he's just
Jimbo-
good at getting talent.
He's so good at getting talent,
hmm
but he's not good at the other part. He's good at getting talent until he gets over the job and then he leaves you with nothing like he did at Florida State.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I wanted to propose the question
Mhm.
of who's more overrated,
Ooh.
Bo
Classic.
Nix or Kellen Mond. But as
I
I
don't know
began to
enough-
think about it,
Yeah.
I was like, this isn't very fun because
I don't think anyone really. I feel like everyone's over Kellen Mond. don't
I'm
know
pretty
why.
sure when somebody was doing their SEC top quarterbacks preseason, pretty sure I saw Kellen Mond once again at number 1 or number 2, where he's been at for the past 7 years. and I don't know why, and it hasn't been proven.
That speaks to the state of SEC quarterbacks all being bleh
Yeah,
in
and
a way.
yeah, I couldn't get too mad about it because I did read the rest of the list. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I can see why you put them up here.
Yeah.
But in the past years, you've been completely wrong.
Right, for sure.
Yeah.
And Oklahoma, it's a lot different when you have a transfer quarterback, huh?
Yeah, so
It's a lot different.
on the NFL show last week, my hot take I gave.
Oh yeah, the Lincoln Riley thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I said,
Falcons.
I think Lincoln Riley, he's going to the Falcons.
Right.
Well, I'm not, gonna plant my flag in that take, but I will plant my flag in the take that this will be Lincoln Riley's last year at Oklahoma.
That's interesting. You think he's out?
The reason why I think he is because he's been in the spotlight pretty much ever since he came on the scene as the head coach, and he's had instant success every year.
Yeah.
And I think so now Lincoln, I mean, why would you want to leave when you're a very successful college football coach?
Right.
And it's not like he's got, rings on his fingers yet. So I've been thinking when his name keeps getting thrown into the hat every, coaching carousel season, everybody's like, oh, well, what about Lincoln Riley, him going to the NFL? I'm thinking, why would Lincoln Riley want to do that? He gets Heisman finalist QBs every year, has easy success every year that he's been able to sustain. And so I think this is the drop-off that is needed for him to say, okay, you know what, I'm done here. Time to go to the pros.
Yeah, the thing with me and college coaches in the NFL is like I don't know why any NFL team wants one. Because Harbaugh has about been the only success story in recent memory, right? Crazy Jim Harbaugh.
What about Cliff? I mean, I wouldn't say he's a success, but I wouldn't say he's unsuccessful.
Yeah, he's not unsuccessful yet. The jury's still out. And I was this way before Chip Kelly got signed by the Eagles because I was very against Chip Kelly with the Eagles.
Yeah.
And then he had the 1 year where it was like, oh, okay, he might be onto something, and then he went off cliff. So I was against it before that, so that hadn't shaped my view. It's made my view stronger. Well, I don't think college coaches transfer very well.
Yeah.
But Lincoln might. I mean, I don't. This whole get the coach that knows how to do offense, can't do defense. It's kind of risky, but I mean, I could see it. I remember David Shaw was supposed to be the next college guy up, and then Stanford got bad, and his name got taken out of hats.
Yeah.
So I feel like there's a small window for college coaches to get there. Brian Kelly was up there at one point, and that would have been an absolute disaster.
Yeah.
Can you imagine Brian Kelly with grown men who he can't grown men who legally get paid?
That would have been entertaining to watch.
Oh, it would have been.
Him getting red and bloated on the sidelines.
For sure.
Yeah.
He would have got cussed right out immediately.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe Riley makes the jump. I wouldn't blame him if he did.
Yeah. I wouldn't blame him. That's why I'm pretty much making the take is because
it kind of seems like there's a ceiling at Oklahoma right now, right?
Yes.
Like,
yeah.
It seems like they're kind of stuck in this. We can get almost there. Some things break right. We can get through, but I don't know if they're going to get the breakthrough.
Yeah.
So if he got out, I wouldn't mind. I don't blame him.
Yeah. I'm with that.
Yeah.
I had another big surprising thing. And if anybody out there was looking for or waiting for the college football pod, it did get done. I mean, talking went down in front of a microphone. Too bad I had to edit this thing like crazy, and I'm still not done with it. So, but I'll still put it up. But saying all that, you're gonna see we were very wrong, or I'm very wrong about a lot of things, especially when it comes to Mike Leach. I jumped on that. I'm still on the Mike Leach.
You jumped fast on the bandwagon?
I'm still on the Mike Leach bandwagon, but that bandwagon got slowed down majorly, drastically yesterday,
I just thought about
losing to Arkansas.
They did lose to Arkansas. That's embarrassing.
I got to look at the stat line, too.
Arkansas was supposed to go winless in the SEC. They were supposed to go winless in this little COVID schedule. Mississippi State came out. The thing about Mike Leach is Mike Leach going to lose games, bro. Mike Leach is not the I'm a coach an undefeated team guy. His teams are always going to lose to somebody. This is what it is. You never know when it's going to come though. Usually I figured they would start off really high and then lose later. But nah, he just came right out of the gate with the 1-1.
Oh wow. All right, so I wanted to look at the passing here because it's a very low scoring game, 21-14, which was a major shock to me. KJ Costello, who I'm very high on, still am, even though after this terrible performance, he went 43 for 59. Almost threw the ball 60 times.
Wait. What was the final score again?
21-14.
And threw 59 times?
Yeah.
Where was he throwing? 2-yard outs?
Well, he had 313 yards and 43 pass completions for 313 yards. That's not very good.
That's a check down masterpiece.
He had 1 touchdown, but 3 interceptions. So I think that's where it went wrong.
One interception was a touchdown, right?
Yeah,
So
I think it was a pick
touchdowns
6.
in a way.
Yeah.
He threw a pick 6. That's like a touchdown the other way.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But yeah, that was surprising.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't expect anyone to lose to Arkansas at any point, honestly. Like losing to Arkansas is the lowest of the low.
I think I mean I think Arkansas is on the up, but I've said that about a few SEC programs.
Yeah.
And they didn't really turn out to
Somebody
be.
got to be at the bottom, and it's just Arkansas.
Yeah.
This is what it is.
Yeah.
Somebody got to be last.
Well, what about Vandy though?
Does Vandy even count?
No.
They just there for school.
Well, they're there. Yeah, so we
They're
throw
there for
in
education.
They're just there for the GPA.
Yeah, they're the only ones raising GPA.
Yeah, they
bro.
raise our cumulative GPA.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
That's it.
the Harvard of the South.
Right, the Harvard of the South, baby.
Vanderbilt.
Mhm.
Anything else in college football?
I think that was all I had.
That's all
I
you
think that was
got.
all I had.
Um,
What I follow.
the next in 2 weeks, it's gonna be really fun.
What we got?
Alabama versus Georgia.
Ooh,
It's gonna be fun.
this is gonna be
I'm
fun.
excited for it.
How would Georgia lose this one?
Yeah. Well, see, this is the thing though.
And this will be the key. I'm interested in watching this game because I want to see if Kirby Smart just knows how to make quarterbacks look good only against Alabama. Because if Stetson Barnett does what Jake Fromm does, that means everything Jake Fromm did was a lie. Because Jake
what does
Fromm,
that mean?
Jake Fromm built his pro prospects in my mind against Alabama. Because the throws he
I
made in
think
that
so,
game,
too,
I'm
yeah.
like, yo,
Yeah.
he can do that.
Yeah.
So if Stetson Barnett comes out and does the same thing, that means Kirby knows how to make Alabama defenses look weird.
Yeah. I
with
think
quarterbacks.
Stetson, which they still got JT Daniels in the wings that every
That's
Georgia
why.
fan
Yeah, I
wants.
want to bring that up earlier. I was like, they still haven't gotten the quarterback that they wanted in.
Yeah.
Like no quarterback they planned to have started
Yeah.
because Newman
Opted out.
and JT Daniels been hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's eventually, I don't know. I mean, Stetson's been fine. I don't know what you do if you're Kirby Smart there. Are you gonna let JT Daniels get some playing time next week so he can be ready maybe to throw him against Alabama?
Who do they have next week?
I want to say it's Tennessee.
Put him in. Put him in. It's Tennessee, man. Let's go.
Yeah, but Stetson is a Jake Fromm 2.0. That's what he looks like to me. He's a game manager,
that's all he's
classic
gonna do.
Georgia
Yeah.
QB.
Yeah, Kirby loves game managers.
Yeah,
and it's just such a boring style of football.
yeah, it really is.
I hate the game manager style of football.
But
So 2008.
yeah,
Like
I think
it's so John Parker Wilson era saving teams. Remember that era?
yeah, I do remember that.
JPW.
JPW,
Yeah.
JP Dub with now I'm trying to think of those other QBs that were in the SEC during that time.
It was bad. It was
Yeah,
a
it
bad
was-
stretch.
Bad days.
It was bad times. That was the McElroy Tebow era battles.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Those are the two best.
Georgia's defense. So I mean, this whole time I've been thinking Alabama, we got no doubt the best defense in the SEC, but Georgia may give us a run for the money. But yeah, what's
Yeah.
popping?
What's popping? My sleep schedule is what's not popping. Know that much.
Mm-hmm.
I've been late.
A
to
graveyard
everything.
shift.
I've been late to everything today. I showed up at church at 11:30 this morning. You know, I worked last night.
Mm-hmm.
Woke up. My dad woke me up at like 10. He's like, "Hey, we're about to go." I'm like, "Cool." And in my mind, I had an alarm set for 10:30. That way I'll hop up, get myself together and go.
Yeah.
And next thing I know, it was 11:05. Like, oh, well then, that's unfortunate.
Mm-hmm.
Sent him a text, let him know I was alive. Like, hey, missed the alarm. Hopped in the whip, got to church, came home, ate some soup, some delicious soup. I had soup and cheese sticks. You ever done that?
No.
It's a good pairing. It's a very good
You
pairing.
dip the cheese
No,
sticks in
absolutely-
soup? What kind of
absolutely
soup do you have?
It was what was it? Fajita soup that
Fajita
me
soup.
Madre made.
Mm,
Yeah.
Sounds good.
It was pretty tasty. Put a little cheese, a little sour cream in it.
Yeah.
Had some cheese sticks on the side.
I feel like you're obligated to say fajita sopa.
Ah, yes, fajita sopa. Yeah,
Fajita.
you're right.
Sopa
you're right.
de fajita.
Yeah, so I had some of that. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? A little bit, it's a little razzle dazzle. And then I'm not gonna lie. I went to sleep. So I saw the first half of some of these games. I'm gonna learn on air today what happened to the rest of these games because I needed a nap. So
Yeah.
I'm not gonna fake it. I'm just gonna learn. I'm just gonna learn what happened. I woke up. Then I went to sleep, and like I said, we're gonna start the show at 6 today. So I woke up, or I texted. I don't remember when did I text you? We were talking at some point this afternoon. Oh yeah,
Let's
he
see.
asked me what time I was gonna pull up, and I was like, I'm trying to get there about 4:45. 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
So that was the game plan. had my alarm go off at like I was gonna take an hour and a half nap. So my alarm goes off and I'm like, all right, it's like 3:45. Let's set it for like 3:55.
Mm-hmm.
Actually put it for 4:45. I missed the whole 3. Missed the whole extra 3. So all right, well, it was 4 and then I woke up to a phone call and it was you. My
Yeah.
body was like, somebody's calling you. I was like, okay. And then like I was like, oh it's probably Levi. So I jumped out of my sleep and was phone at 5:15, got on over here. So yeah.
I appreciate that you get up for me, Titus. Feel
Yeah.
special.
Yeah, for sure, bro. For sure, dog. Yeah, it was a lot. Yeah. So my sleep schedule was not the move today. But I made it every place. Maybe a little late, but we got there, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, I feel that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, and this was popping. Sometimes users popping to ask very essential questions to life.
Yeah.
Life questions, philosophical type questions.
Mm-hmm.
And I have one today, Levi.
Hit me with it.
Earlier this week, as you know, we have a Twitch stream, which I finally got to make work, right? Because
Mhm.
I had some difficulties the first night I tried to do it. So back on Twitch stream, Kingdom Hearts. I'll probably be streaming tomorrow night, or tomorrow morning, or tomorrow night, one of the two. But yeah, follow us, Not the Experts, on Twitch. And I was playing through the Kingdom Hearts series. Now, as you know, Kingdom Hearts employs a lot of, I don't know, you probably don't know, but Kingdom Hearts employs a lot of Disney themes in it. So like they have a lot of Disney worlds. That's kind of deal with this. They get to go to Disney worlds and you do adventures there and stuff. And I was in the world of Cinderella. You know what I'm saying? And something came into my mind while I was playing through this place. And I saw her get her little pumpkin carriage and
Mm-hmm.
slipper of silver and all that
Mm-hmm.
in her dress.
Was
Was Cinderella
glass
slipper?
glass
Yeah.
slipper. Yeah.
Was Cinderella like technically a catfish?
That's a good question.
What you think about this? Because she wasn't like she had to get all. She wasn't who she pretended to be at that ball with the
Yeah.
prince dude.
Yeah.
She was like she had to get the FGM fairy godmother
Mm-hmm.
to give her the hookup with her little pumpkin carriage, turn a pumpkin into a carriage,
Yeah.
and then give her this fancy dress that she could. And then she had to be out of all of it by midnight.
Mhm.
Like she's like the world's first catfish, like first generation catfish. Because really, at midnight she left that man. She just ran away
Yeah.
in slippers, in heels, by the way,
Mhm.
which very impressive,
Mhm.
super athletic.
Without breaking the without breaking the glass.
Right,
Yeah.
like super athlete, gentle touch. Like she could have been like a fired cornerback. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? That kind of rotation on
Yeah.
the leg. Yeah. So she had to disappear at midnight, and then she ran away for a long time. He couldn't find her.
Mm-hmm.
So does that make her a catfish?
I don't think so. Do y'all have any strong opinions about that?
There's a really big theory that he is like vision impaired. The prince was because he fell in love with her, and there were lots of other really pretty people there, but he fell in love with like her heart. Like she was really nice, and he enjoyed spending that time with her.
Mm-hmm.
But then he had to go over the whole kingdom the next day to even like all white girls look the same. Like he
Yeah.
had no idea what she looked like.
He ain't been around no broke
And
women.
the only way that he could tell who it was by using this like measurement of
Yeah.
the shoe.
Yeah.
So there's a whole like conspiracy theory that he was blind.
Can you be Prince Charming and have vision impairment?
That's a
But
good
see, maybe
point.
that's why he was Prince Charming, because it was your insides that mattered more than your outsides.
Mm.
He wasn't like Prince Handsome.
Yeah, or
He
Prince
was
2020.
Charming.
Yeah. But like back in the, you know what I'm saying? Back in the day, like, or back in the days of castles and stuff, like, it wasn't no internet to hide from people, right?
Yeah.
You just had to disappear. And, you know, the prince, he probably been around nobody broke, so he didn't know what she looked like outside of her. She wasn't looking
Oh,
elegant
yeah,
either. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like, who is this woman?
I feel like there's a reality show out there right now or in the past that have done this. They take, ugly people who've never gone on dates or been on a date, and
I feel like it's definitely a failed reality show.
I feel like that is a
Yeah, I feel
reality
like
show. Have
something
y'all?
failed.
Does that sound familiar?
It
to
probably
y'all?
failed for sure.
Yeah.
I think you should call it catfish.
There used to be,
Catfish. Yeah, the reality show Catfish. Yeah, Neve.
yeah.
Let's ask
Who
Neve.
was actually catfish, which is why he made the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That show, Catfish, is one of the worst shows ever because, and it's been a terrible show since about after the first
careful.
season because now, look, if you're out there getting catfished,
Oh, I agree with that.
you just
still getting
stupid.
catfished.
I like you still
If
getting
you get
catfished.
catfished, all
Like,
this evidence is your own fault.
yeah, exactly. It's all your, and we're really just entertaining and rewarding stupidity. You
Mhm.
know?
Now, this is my second theory because I did get some disagreement on the catfish front.
Okay.
I said, how about an IG model where like her background's fake?
Or
she
she's
could be
got
a
lot
real
of
person.
filters.
Yeah, she had a lot of filters. She had the FGM filter. That's the strongest filter of all. The fairy godmother filter is a different type of filter.
Mm-hmm.
So could she be more IG model where like it's like you think it's one thing but it's not that?
Is IG model just another term for poser?
It could be. Yeah, I feel like it's a new term. I feel like it's a new term for poses, IG model. Because
What
did you see
color?
that article about them like IG models using fake like airplane? They're using like a studio that was set up like an airplane, and like they were flying all over the place.
Wait, what is this?
IG models were using like some studio setup that looked like an airplane,
Oh,
and they act like they
really?
were flying first class to all these places.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
she could also fall in the IG model category.
Yeah.
I think she's a little bit of both. It's a little catfish, a little IG model.
Yeah.
I think she's a little bit of everything.
I think.
Catfish using the filter.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. She was a catfish using the IG model
How
filter.
about? Can I count? I'll counter though.
Counter me? Talk to me.
When was Cinderella set? I mean, what?
They had castles so a long time ago.
A long time ago.
Yeah.
I don't think did they really have makeup back then besides powder.
Was set in
I think it's harder to apply It was when?
1830.
1830.
I think it was harder to apply filters or makeup back then in the 1830s.
But she had a mystical filter of a fairy godmother.
That's true.
Yeah.
What if
The woman turned a pumpkin to a carriage.
What if the fairy godmother started this whole thing all the way back when Prince Charming was born and gave him vision impairment?
Oh, so we're still going with the vision impairment thing? That'd be
I don't know.
interesting.
I'm entertaining.
It would be
different
interesting.
ideas
Yeah,
out
there's a lot
here.
of possibilities
You
here.
can't, rule
Yeah.
out anything
You're
when
right,
you're an
you're right.
investigator,
You're right.
Not the experts.
Was the mouse in on Cinderella had a mouse friend
Because if
too, right?
she knew that he was vision impaired, then she wouldn't have gone through all the magic stuff.
That's
That
true.
was just to get her
That's a good
Oh.
point. 'Cause then
wouldn't
she
have
would've been
able to get
Cupid.
into the ball.
Then she would have been Cupid. She would have Cupided it
Yeah.
and like, did some heart dust on
Some
him.
Bippity boppity.
Bippity
boo.
boppity.
Yeah.
boo,
Some.
yeah. Bippity boppity boo of love. on him.
That didn't really make me as angry as I think you thought it was gonna make me. Titus.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know when I get into the Disney territories after some of the incidents, that people
Yeah.
get upset around here because I have
But
hot takes on Disney movies.
The Disney version is so tame. Do
I don't
you know what the real story
No,
is?
but I know it's
Oh.
probably violent because every Disney movie is like
Yeah.
the polite
wanna
tale
hear
of
it.
something that ended violently. Didn't Beauty and the Beast? Didn't he eat her?
I
in the
don't
real
know.
version?
I don't think so.
I thought he ate her in the real story. I think that's what I heard one time. Like
What's the
in Beauty and the Beast? He just
I'm
ate
not
her.
sure about Beauty and the Beast.
What's the real Cinderella story?
The real Cinderella story is the king ordered all of the houses to send their youngest, prettiest daughters to this ball so that the prince could have his pick over whoever it was.
Oh.
Well,
Sounds right.
when he met Cinderella,
Mhm.
It's more
he had the
historically
shoe,
accurate.
and that's all he
For
had left of her, and
Yeah.
nobody else matched.
Mhm.
So then he goes to the house and finally finds her, and he and the king are so angry that they put him in a dungeon and torture them and make the stepsisters and the stepmother dance until they died in red hot boots made of iron.
That's awesome.
That's a very
That's pimp
different
right
story.
there.
That's a
That is
very
pimp.
different story.
If I have to,
Yo,
ever summon somebody to their death, I'm gonna make them do that.
the stories of kings just getting irrationally angry and doing weird stuff is so strange. Who was it? Was it Henry? One of them Henrys was the super crazy one.
Henry VIII.
Yeah, he was just killing women for not having a boy.
Yeah.
Just mad.
Yeah.
Like he had no parts in that.
Yeah.
Right.
Angry. Like it's just weird. Kings are so strange. They
I
could be
mean,
so strange. It's
what
like
you
you don't
gonna
ever
do?
hear about a king that was like, yeah, he had some flaws. It's always like, oh no, this dude was crazy. Or this
Yeah.
dude was good for 30. And the good ones, they die at like 28. They get like 3 years of being king. And then he died of random food poisoning.
Yeah.
Then we got this crazy guy in there right after that. Like, there's never a balance. Never a balance with king stories.
I think your whole theory, though, of Cinderella being a catfish is wrong because it clearly states that in Cinderella, she had 3 ugly stepsisters. It's
But-
not like there was.
Yeah,
mean,
but they
did
were-
they say she was beautiful?
but-
Does it explicitly say Cinderella was banging?
But she was banging when she got the FGM, the Bippity Boppity Boo Dust.
She made her boppity bippity banging.
No, the fairy godmother did it.
Yeah, that's what
'Cause
I'm
you remember
saying.
Cinderella-
The fairy-
Version, she was prettier than the stepsisters before she got
But she
yeah,
was broke.
Exactly.
But she was broke. Yeah, she was cleaning up the chimney with her mouse friend.
Yeah.
What was his name? The mouse friend? Stuart Little? He's going to be Stuart Little today.
Stuart Little.
Her mouse friend, Stuart Little.
What if
Gus.
yeah,
Gus
what if
Gus. There we go.
Gus
Yeah.
what if what do they call it? Suit? Is that what you get on you, like from
Yes,
cleaning the
yes.
chimney or something?
I think that's what taught me that word. I think that's
Yeah.
what taught me that word.
Well,
Yeah.
back then they probably didn't have, Dawn dish soap to get the suit off, and so it took some bippity boppity to get it off, just to clean her up a little bit.
I'm just saying, their sisters didn't have that. Their sisters was living lavish.
Yeah, but they were ugly too.
They were,
Yeah.
but they weren't broke. Cinderella
Maybe
only
they
got
were
into the ball
posers,
because
too.
Cinderella only got into the ball because of the FGM. That's the only
Okay.
reason she got there. You know what I'm saying? That's
You
why
know what,
she's catfish
Titus?
category.
You're right. Mark it down.
There we go.
I just
Thank you.
made that thing rattle.
did.
Sorry.
You did. Yeah. But yeah, Cinderella's catfish. I can't wait to clip this segment. This first segment I'm clipping from the day and putting
Yeah.
that right out. Absolutely. This is going out before anything sports related. I'm so excited I got that out.
Well,
I-
really, let's just move to what's flopping.
Yeah, we can talk about that. We can get to what's flopping because I thought I had another. I didn't have another. That went longer than I expected it to.
Yeah.
But it was entertaining, so I'm good with that.
Yeah, I don't really have didn't have a what's popping, so
Yeah,
that
that carried
took
it
it for both of us.
for sure.
Yeah.
All right, what's flopping? Big 12 football's flopping for sure.
Oh yeah, for
They are
sure.
flopping
Yeah,
hard.
they're bad.
Should have stayed
Big
out.
12 football's
Yeah,
bad.
should have stayed out. Missouri, you could have stayed out too. You're a waste of time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Texas A&M, you're a waste of time.
Mm-hmm.
Texas, you're also an entertaining waste of time because just watching you fail is funny.
Yeah.
Who else should stay out?
Well, I mean, since we're back on college football,
Mhm.
so I got distracted during that Cinderella
Yeah,
story
go ahead.
because I got a text message, and I don't know if he's watching. My buddy Rodney randomly texted me, "Go Gators!" He's a Florida fan.
They'll be flopping soon enough.
And then asked me if we play Georgia this week. No, that's next week, Rodney.
Oh.
But
Florida be flopping soon enough.
I mean, I got Florida winning the SEC East, where
Somebody-
I've had them.
somebody gotta do
somebody
it.
got to do it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
but we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
indeed. Yeah, I never had so much what's flopping. What you got? What's flopping in your in Levi's world?
So this is a subject I've been wanting to get to for the past few weeks, and
Mhm.
I've had in the bullpen ready. It's been warming up. You
Ooh,
know,
this a baseball
getting,
subject?
getting the arm loose. No, 2-3 weeks ago, Titus,
Mm-hmm.
I text you. I visited for the first time our new Popeyes that we have.
Oh yeah,
LaGrange.
let's get the slander going.
LaGrange is back with the Popeyes.
Let's get the slander going.
And Popeyes have been popping. I mean, as we all expected here in LaGrange,
Mhm.
it was going to be about impossible to get your food at a decent time if you want to go to Popeyes. Well, after about a month, it's finally died down. So I went through Popeyes, and my food was not great and all that. But I get to the window, and I'm just
Mhm.
baffled
Yep.
and astounded.
Why were you baffled, Levi? That's my pretend
I was-
question asking voice. Why were you baffled?
Bruh, I'd be baffled because how you open for only a month and you got a 75 on your
So bad.
food health rating?
It's so bad.
How do you do that?
It's so bad.
How do you? Because
Now,
don't you have to have a certain number to open?
Yeah, I think it's 75 is about almost as low as you can get.
now
I think.
I discussed this with someone recently.
Do they work at this?
They worked at a
Popeyes?
fast food place similar before,
Okay.
and they were saying that like the thing with chicken place, if their temperatures are a little off, it'll
Yeah,
drop
or-
their score dramatically.
Okay, yeah. So
and I'm like, okay,
yeah,
but still, you just been open. Your score, your temperatures need to be right now. It
yeah,
should start off right.
exactly. And it's not just temperatures, dude. You should know this. I mean, you worked at Chick-fil-A.
Yeah,
And I worked at Chick-fil-A
that's a
too.
fact.
Look, in food health scores, people, if you go to a restaurant and you see they got a 90 and you start freaking out, don't freak out. It's okay because you can literally get points counted off for the most stupidest things. Like your outdoor dumpster door, and I'm not saying the actual door to the dumpster. I'm saying the door that keeps you from just looking at the dumpster.
Right.
If that's open, that's an automatic 5 points off.
Yeah,
And that's
yeah,
just
don't be playing.
that's not really a health issue, I don't think. I think that's just an aesthetics issue.
Mhm.
And they like to, some of these inspectors like to think their home, makeover what's that dude's name? Ty Pennington, whatever.
Yeah,
I think they're
yeah.
Ty Pennington
Dr.
out
Phil's
here
son.
with the clipboard. And so yeah, I mean, I get it, but at the same time, I'm thinking 75. How they get a 75? They've only been open for a month. So that
Yeah.
means all that equipment is brand new. That place should still be pretty clean. So that doesn't leave you too much more room to get that many points deducted. I mean, and I see what you're talking about temperature. I'm sure she or whoever this person was, yeah, the raw chicken, they're going to tempt that, and they're going to tempt the chicken you already cooked, and that's your serving.
Right.
I can tell you, they could have marked some more points off when I bit into my sandwich because that thing wasn't hot.
It wasn't hot.
Yeah.
That's sad.
And it was very disappointing.
But-
Also, I think I just noticed the Popeyes sandwich that they have on the menu now.
Mhm.
That's not really the same sandwich as it was when they debuted it, is it?
Probably not.
I don't think it is. I don't think it's got all the same stuff on it.
It
Because they
might
dressed
not.
that thing up. And a lot of people
Yeah.
were coming at me. A lot of people like to come at me when they have Chick-fil-A problems or whatever, thinking that I'm, a Kathy, which I'm not. But they're like, oh, they trying to tell me about how much better Popeyes sandwich is, than Chick-fil-A's. And I don't know what they wanted me to do, just start crying. Yeah, that formula I've been working on for forever, is inferior to Popeyes.
That's
I'm
the most
sorry.
annoying thing in the world, bro.
It is. And
Like-
but I just kept telling people, I was like, yeah, everybody's hopping on this Popeyes train, saying it's popping and it's way better than Chick-fil-A. Come back to me in a year if they can even sustain like that same
I'm gonna be honest.
ingredients and taste and everything.
I'm be
Because I knew
honest.
they weren't.
Like, I don't really go to Popeyes for a chicken sandwich. That's not really my steez.
Yeah.
I need the chicken and the biscuits.
Yeah.
So like those chicken, if the chicken sandwich was $3.99, I don't have any expectations for it.
Yeah.
The chicken sandwich like what $3.99 by
Yeah,
itself.
something
I have
like
I have no expectations for
Yeah.
that. Like, I just don't.
I feel that.
So like it's like this is McChicken kind of level.
Yeah.
Like I'm good on that pricing. But I mean, yeah, I missed it when it was really popping. It was lines outside the country for it.
Mm-hmm. LaGrange Popeyes do better.
Yeah,
Flopping.
please. Once again, like every restaurant that we talk about on this show, every place, we do this out of love because we want you to be better for the city.
Yeah.
This is not out of
Constructional criticism.
This is not a malicious thing. We respect all of you. We truly do. So, thank you, LaGrange Popeyes. Now we got a new segment.
Yes.
New segment. Woo!
Headlines.
It's called Headlines.
Imagine Drake headlines beat playing right now in the background because we can't afford that copyright.
Too strong out on confidence. Overdose on compliments.
Yeah.
Yep.
Started not to give a what? Clay, what's the first headline?
Doc Rivers, new head coach of the 76ers.
Yes. So Doc Rivers got fired and rehired
Same
before.
week.
Yeah, in the same week before we could
Not
even
playing.
address the issue. But the last time we addressed this issue, sort of, I think can we mark ourselves as experts or right? Because we were pretty much saying, it's
he's
time
gonna
to
be
get
out.
Doc out
yeah,
of there.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
So I think the Clippers made a right move. A lot of people were
Definitely.
questioning it. I don't know why, because a
Well,
lot of
I
people
get it
started going
because-
after Steve Ballmer. They're like,
Yeah.
"Oh well, what does he know about running a basketball organization?" I was like, "All right, fair point, but at the same
That's a fair
time,
point.
do you just expect him to keep all his staff then, since he doesn't apparently know anything
I
about
think-
running a basketball team?"
I think the thing with Doc is like he was such like stabilizing force for that team.
He was, and he helped
Um,
Steve Ballmer a lot.
He
too,
did. He did. Like with that
transitioning.
transition. Yeah. So I think that earned him a lot of respect. And just the fact that, I mean, he wasn't unsuccessful. I feel like people kind of throwing this year out just because, like, or in terms of loss, like, I mean, that team didn't play together that much. Like,
Yeah.
there are a lot of reasons why that team wasn't successful. But also at the same time, like, it's been about 10 years of him being there and they haven't broken through yet.
with
And he's had-
talent that he should have,
Right.
yeah,
He's had good teams
underachieving.
there. So like at a certain point, they're gonna get it's gonna happen, right?
Yeah.
And I think every coach except for like a few, like Popovich and Spoelstra and maybe a couple others, your time runs out in places. That's how the coaching game goes, right? Like
Yeah.
eventually there are very few guys who are gonna be in one job for 20 years. And then Doc's not one of those guys, I don't think. So I didn't see that. I didn't have a big deal with it.
Yeah.
Now him in Philly is very interesting.
Hmm.
I think they're gonna be so almost good. So almost good.
So almost good.
Almost good. The thing is that roster is still kind of a mess, honestly.
Hmm.
Now, somebody pointed out that Tobias Harris played his best basketball with Doc Rivers, which is true. And maybe he can get back to that.
Yeah.
Maybe. But he was also playing the 4 a lot there, and he can't play the 4 because Ben Simmons is there now. So, I don't know. I don't expect the roster they have now to be the final roster. I do wonder if he makes a decision on Simmons or Embiid, or if he tries to roll both of them.
Hmm.
Because from what, I mean, people, the podcasts I listen to, they all kind of say that the ownership group kind of has a big say on the roster as well and the signing. It's not just Elton Brand, it's like a collaborative effort.
Mhm.
So I wonder if they're gonna ask him to just try it for a year.
I think that's exactly what
Yeah.
they're gonna do, and
Yeah,
I think
which-
he wants to try it for a year.
I would too. I mean, bro, those
Yeah.
are those are two good talented players. This
Yeah.
is what it is, right? Like Simmons and Embiid are two good talented young players.
Mhm.
Like
I still don't think they're. I don't think it's going to be successful. Them two working, but I can see why he
Yeah.
wants to do it because I just think Embiid and Simmons they just don't vibe.
Yeah,
Like,
well, I mean, I don't think they have to be. This thing is, I feel like they vibe well on the court. They might not be best friends off the court, but I don't think that matters as much if you have a good chemistry on court. You know what I'm saying? I don't think you need to be like buddy off court to win.
yeah.
But as long as they don't dislike each other on the court, as long as there's some basketball trust there, which I think there is,
Mm-hmm.
they just trying to
Big
figure out how to play
trust.
around each other. Yeah, just trying to figure out how to play
Big
around each
trust.
other. That's all.
Yeah.
Big trust. Yeah.
Yeah.
They just figure out how to play around each other. But I mean, it's just see what they do, man. This year, the East is going to be a lot more competitive this year.
Mm-hmm.
Coming up with, I mean, most likely with Durant maybe being healthy, Kyrie being healthy for about 35 games
Yeah.
before he gets hurt and then comes back.
Mm-hmm.
The Nets roster is going to look a lot different, I think. The Celtics are still going to be there. The Bucks are probably going to go all in with the last year of Giannis looming over their heads, so they're going to be a lot different. It's going to be a wild year, so I'm excited to see what Doc can do there.
Yeah.
Give me a Doc Rivers playoff series against the Celtics, by the way. Stick that right into my veins. And please let him beat Brad Stevens, because boy, them jokes is gonna fly. Oh my God, if he beats Brad Stevens in the playoffs, oh my, I am going to laugh so hard.
Yeah.
If he gets Brad out of here, and you know that.
Well, I think we can both agree that whatever Doc does, it will be better than what Brett Brown did.
Oh God, yes.
Second headline, please.
Bam Adebayo and Goran Dragic ruled out
Yes.
tonight.
Yeah, so Goran, we pretty much know he's out for the series.
Yeah, he's done.
Bam, where they thought it was just a neck issue, is now a shoulder
shoulder,
issue
neck,
too.
yeah.
Shoulder, neck, back.
Yeah.
Not his crack. But yeah. Anything big on that? Now that is a big blow. I
it's
was
a huge
expecting Bam to be back for this game,
I kind of was too, actually. I thought he'd be back for game 2.
and the
so
way
it must be worse than they.
yeah, which we're
said.
gonna talk about this series later.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a big blow,
That's a big problem.
and that kind of probably changes my predictions.
It's a very big
for
problem.
tonight.
That's a very big problem.
yeah,
Because AD was going stupid last game
Mhm.
without him.
yeah,
And LeBron also. LeBron and AD stat line last game. Also, Rondo is pretty ridiculous. Like, Rondo and LeBron combined for 19 assists with 1 total turnover between the two of them.
yeah,
That's kind of crazy.
yeah.
This is just a different Heat team without that guy. And honestly, the thing about that Heat team is that they're not great defensively. I mean, Bam is great defense. They're not individually great defensively.
Mhm.
Like, Bam is great defensively, and he can cover up a lot of problems. But when you got to have Robinson and them out there, it's gonna be a hunt fest, and they're gonna go right at him. It's
Yeah,
dark
the
days.
Lakers have been doing a very good job of swishing and getting the matchups they want.
every time.
Yeah, every time.
They've just about rendered Duncan Robinson unplayable.
yeah,
But you got to play him because you don't have anything else to do.
exactly. You don't have anybody else to throw out
Nowhere else
there.
to go, man.
Yeah.
You just got to be out there suffering through it.
This series sucks. All right, headline number
sad.
3.
Joe Burrow becomes the first rookie to throw for 300 plus yards in his first 3 starts as a rookie.
Oh, you do that today?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, that's not. I didn't see it. So
yeah,
I was
yeah,
asleep.
yeah.
That's good. That's good for Burrow.
I think they still lost today. Let me look.
That
let me
sounds
recheck
about
that.
Bengals. I mean, he got to sling it, right?
Yeah. So
They
what,
don't- they
what do you
don't-
think about? Have you been able to watch Burrow so
I saw.
far?
I've seen a little bit. I haven't seen like a full game of him. I've seen a full game. I've seen a little bit here and a little bit there. You know what I mean?
Y'all still follow? Is that still the weekly question? Is Burrow a bust?
We haven't asked it the last 2 weeks.
Yeah,
Very
that's
not,
what-
in very not the experts fashion. We haven't brought it back up.
It's gonna be our
But-
recurring question.
Yeah,
y'all asked
that we
the
haven't.
question
That we,
once
the
and never went
question
back
we asked
to
once.
it.
Yeah. I don't know. I
Well, I
forgot what happened
suggest
with
going
that.
back to that question.
We
or
will. We'll
addressing
go back
it.
to is Burrow
Yeah.
bust. That was my big hot take of the draft season. Was is Joe Burrow's going to be a bust?
Yeah. It was. I mean, that stat is not a. Well, it's kind of surprising that that's a thing. That's the first time
Yeah.
that's
Right.
been done.
Right.
Am I surprised he's doing that? No, because what else are
He
you gonna
has
do
to,
for
right?
the Bengals?
The offensive line so bad you can't run the ball. He's got to be out there throwing it a bunch, right?
Yep.
I think they're going to suffer a lot this year. But you know what? They're not winless. Well, they're winless, but they're not
Oh, they
fully
won
lost.
today.
They're not fully lose. Oh,
They're 1-2-1.
1-2-1, baby.
1-2-1.
Hopefully we'll be there tonight.
Something that the Eagles are aspiring
We're
to be.
aspiring to be 1-2-1
1-2-1.
tonight. That's right.
Yeah.
We're going for the goal.
33-25 over the Jacks.
Yeah, they've kind of had a light schedule too, right?
They have.
Yeah,
They have.
yeah.
Who was the tie against?
Us, the
oh,
Eagles.
y'all. Yeah, that's right.
yeah. Last week,
Yeah,
had a
light
celebration.
work.
Yeah, had a celebration last week. Mediocrity, baby. What's next? We got another one.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay. I said what's next. Like I made this
Yeah.
segment up.
Tom Brady threw a pick 6 today versus the Chargers. He has now thrown 4 pick sixes in his last 6 games.
He's washed, bro. He's very much washed.
You think so?
He's washed.
Yeah.
He is.
I mean, I think of course, the man has a lot of fading. You know, his colors aren't the same as when you bought him brand new off the shelf. The washing machine has done some work on him, but
like
you can still wear it, you know, and not
you
be
can wear it around the house.
embarrassed.
You can wear it around the house.
And maybe a Walmart day, you know.
Okay, a lazy Walmart day. Yeah,
a
okay.
lazy, lazy day.
Like I think he can still have flashes of like being a good quarterback, but I also feel like the most part of his game is going to be just bad.
Yeah,
I'm kind of the same place with Breeze, right? Like Breeze is still gonna do some Drew Brees stuff, but also the full experience of the Drew Brees thing is not gonna be fun the whole time. Like it's gonna be a lot of ooh, this is ugly.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. No. I saw the first half of that game. They were down 24-7.
You know they made the comeback, right?
I don't know what happened. I went to sleep after that point.
Yeah,
They came back.
Yeah, they won.
Word?
Yeah,
Who's going to score?
that's why. Okay, so yeah, I don't know what I was thinking because I should have just kind of cut you off when I was like, really? Do you think so? Because yeah, he did come back and win. He threw 5 straight touchdowns.
That's cute.
So score was 38-31.
Oh,
He went 30 for 46, 369 yards, 5 touchdowns, 1 interception.
that's adorable. That's adorable.
Why do you? What? Why are you?
Because I feel like it's really nice. It's gonna be like that's gonna be like his best stat line in Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
I was gonna put that on. That'd be the best game he plays in Tampa Bay while they go 8-8 in this playoffs this year.
Okay, they're 3-1.
They're gonna miss. I don't see them. I just don't trust them at all. Like I watched them play some of that game. Like I don't trust anything about the team. The few times I've seen them play, I'm like, I just don't believe in that. It's not like with the Patriots. I didn't believe in them the last year, and then they eventually got exposed. Couldn't score 1.5 points against the Titans.
Yeah, I mean, I totally get it why you think that. And what we've seen so far from them is that it's not really impressive.
Been very uninspiring.
Yeah. At the same time,
Did Mike get a touchdown? Did Mike Evans go on those 5 touchdowns?
He scored 1.
Okay, good, because he was pissed in the first half. I did see that.
Let's see who got the
Yeah, I'm gonna
receiving
talk about
touchdowns. Receiving touchdowns: Mike Evans, Miller, OJ Howard. Yeah, OJ Howard. I am glad about that. If there's somebody who is benefiting from Tom Brady, because I don't know. Jameis, yeah, he's half blind, so I guess he just couldn't see that massive man named OJ Howard out there.
Nah,
but
Jameis
finally somebody's giving OJ Howard some love because
Jameis
that
is
man
a
got
vertical.
neglected by Jameis Winston.
James started here throwing vertical vert routes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get Mike Evans 1,000.
Even though OJ Howard, I'm pretty sure, is the same height and size as Mike Evans.
But he's
So I don't-
good, though.
OJ Howard's pretty.
But he's not Mike Evans, though. He
Okay.
does. It's a,
We'll
di-
drop.
it's a little
We'll leave it at
It's a
that.
little different.
We'll leave it
I
at
know it's the Alabama boy, and I like OJ Howard, too.
Yeah.
He's been misused everywhere. OJ Howard has been misused in every facet of football.
Yeah.
Alabama didn't use him right till that one championship game.
Mhm.
It's like, oh, wow, you have this guy. Where's he been all season? And then the NFL, the same thing happened to him again.
I've been high on OJ Howard since he was playing high school football at a prep school in Prattville, Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to Tampa Bay, I think I said this even though in our early predictions, I was like, yeah, Tampa Bay, they're finishing 1 or 2 in the division. I'm not ditching that take right now, but I think I said the first week, I don't know, when we were talking about it, I said, yeah, this could be a bad start for Tampa Bay at the beginning of the season because they did go 0-1. They lost that first game, I
To
think.
the Saints, yeah.
Yeah, and so it's tough because you just put that's a lot of new guys playing together and in very important positions too.
Yeah.
So maybe we were thinking with COVID, not getting a full training camp, whatever, they might just not mesh. But 3-1 is surprising to me, honestly. And yeah,
Okay,
I get it.
Yeah.
Tom Brady's faded.
Yeah, they got the Bears, Packers, Raiders next 3. And their schedule is actually kind of light, to be
Yeah.
honest. Now I'm actually looking at it, this schedule is a little light. So, like, I mean, the Bears, this Nick Foles thing is cute, but come on now. I love Nick, but come on now. The Raiders, I don't know what to make of them yet. I'm still out. The jury's out on the Raiders. I
Yeah,
got them losing to
same.
the Packers, though. I think they're absolutely losing to the Packers. That's going to be a loss.
Well, they're currently losing to the Bills, 23-16.
The Bills are a better team than the Bucks are, though.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the Raiders.
No,
My bad.
I'm sorry, the Packers. I said I got them losing to the Packers. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
I got
Yeah,
them losing
Bills
to
are
the
a good
Packers.
team.
Yeah.
All right, what's the next headline?
Odell Beckham Jr. is back.
He is.
I did see Jarvis Landry throw him a bomb today.
Yes.
The best pass he's caught in Cleveland.
Do you have the stat line? If not,
I do. 5 receptions, 81 yards, 2 receiving touchdowns, 1 rush, 73 yards, 1 rushing touchdown. Cowboys lose to the Browns 49-38.
Wait, Dallas lost today?
yes.
Oh, I love that. That makes the Eagles game
Yes.
feel so much better tonight.
Yes.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. I thought
Oh,
that's the
they
one
lost.
result you would have known. was
Nah,
you
bro,
going to the
I
Cowboys.
literally, I wanted to come in here as authentic as possible and not know anything. I really did.
Did you see what was going on in that game?
I saw the Jarvis Landry pass to Odell, and I was following some tweets about it because some people on Twitter were watching it, and I was kind of looking at the I think the Saints Lions game was on here,
Mm-hmm.
so I was kind of looking at that was bounced between that and a little bit of the Chargers Bucks game, so I didn't really catch it. But I was following people saying that the Cowboys defense was getting shredded because the Cowboys don't have a good defense at all.
Yeah. So
Like the Eagles managed to score 6 points against it, but it's not a good defense.
yeah.
Yeah.
First quarter is
It's gorgeous.
14-7 Cowboys, and
Okay.
then the second quarter is where everything went to poop. The Browns scored 24
censor.
points, and then 10 points in the third without the Cowboys answering.
Mm.
And then in the fourth quarter, the Cowboys tried to make a comeback, scoring 24 points. But what happened? The Browns, on their last possession, drew up a freaking reverse.
Wait,
A reverse. And it looked like it was going to get blown up. But Odell was able to avoid the one tackle in the backfield
What?
and turn it up for 70-something yards and get the touchdown, which is
Odell
great
is-
because OBJ is on the fantasy team.
Odell
so
is such
thank
a
you.
freak athlete.
Yeah.
Like,
And he's
that's the
been
thing.
underutilized
Yeah,
since being in Cleveland. This is
There's one thing I've
definitely his
noticed.
best Cleveland
Yeah,
performance.
one thing I've noticed that the coach in Cleveland has done, and that is he is not trying to make Baker Mayfield the guy.
Yeah.
He's not trying to make him the star.
Yeah.
Like they run the ball a good bit. Like Mayfield he went 19 for 30, 165 yards. So like they're not asking him to do a lot,
hmm
which is good. And you got weapons like Odell Beckham and Landry and guys you can do just
Kareem
anything
Hunt in the
with.
back.
Kareem Hunt,
backfield.
yeah, Kareem Hunt and some dude named Dearness Johnson today. I thought somebody I knew. I saw
Oh, Darnus Johnson.
Darnus, yeah.
Darnus.
because the other running back got hurt. Jake Chubb got hurt. I saw.
hmm
Yeah, so like when you can run the ball like that, man, you got the line that can do that. Just do it. Don't do it too much on your quarterback.
Yeah.
That's a message to Doug Peterson.
That's also a
But
message.
we don't have a line, but it'd be nice to just not make Carson have to do everything. Doug.
Yeah.
All right.
Next headline. Or did you have something else on?
I'm good.
Okay.
Patriots versus Chiefs game postponed to Monday pending negative COVID test.
Okay, yeah, I want to get into this. The NFL had the longest amount of time to make any type of COVID plan, and they clearly had nothing. Like they was just like, wait, somebody's gonna get it. I mean, figure it out when it happens.
hmm
And that's how they've been operating, because the Chiefs almost got put in a terrible position. I don't know if you know this, but the Chiefs they were talking about moving that game to Tuesday. The Chiefs would have played 3 games in 9 days because they would have had a Tuesday game, a Sunday game, and a Thursday game.
hmm
Like three games in less than a week. Well, that wasn't gonna work. So now it's a Monday night game. So we got double header Monday night. Here for it, even though there's no Cam Newton. Like Patrick Mahomes on the field, so I watch.
Well, I thought Cam may be. Well, I guess
nah,
no,
'cause he's
then,
got a quarantine. Yeah, he's still got it.
that's
He's
right.
actually
got a
mad about
quarantine.
something. Yeah, I don't think he can play.
Yeah.
And then with this, I don't know if you saw the Saints Lions thing that happened, but a Saints
No, I
player
didn't.
tested positive last night,
Oh, really?
but then he tested negative today. They're like, well, play football. It's negative. We're good. Good to go. So like they didn't do anything. It's like, oh, you test negative today, cool. The other test doesn't matter.
yeah.
You're negative. We're playing the game. Everybody's good. Like this is such a cockamamie scheme.
Yeah.
This is a cockamamie scheme, bro. What are they doing?
I mean, I'm not gonna. I get it.
They're so bad at
They're
this.
professionals. They should be ahead of this. But a lot of times I like to put myself in other people's shoes. I would say, hey, what would I do? And Titus, I live my life by the mantra of we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. So Roger said, we'll cross that bridge when
See,
we get to it.
That's okay for you. You don't run $1 billion industry.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the difference. And you haven't been embarrassed multiple times by being the most. You haven't been embarrassed by being the most incompetent organization before.
Yeah.
They have been doing this since Ray Rice, just being embarrassed.
What if the
and they
NFL
continue
gets
to do
some
it.
sort of like, demented joy out of being
Bad.
labeled incompetent? Yeah.
It could be. Like I think they see them dollar signs. They don't want to give them up. And I like, okay, I understand, but at a certain point, like, don't let us all think you're not doing good at your job.
Yeah.
You
I
know?
think the NFL, their secret motto is, or their goal is, we're going to be the most nobody can beat us and being incompetent. Nobody can do that.
Oh, you think part of it is seeing how incompetent a dumpster fire can be while still being profitable?
Yes.
Because they're basically a profitable dumpster fire.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I can see that.
It goes with the whole game of football. When we think of football players, do we think of buttoned up guys who are have very good manners and know how to use a 5-course meal silverware set? No, I mean we think of men, grizzly bears, unpolished.
See, because that's how the offensive line. Offensive linemen don't get no shine.
Yeah,
They don't get no respect.
yeah. I don't know.
You know what I'm
just
sad
trying to
about?
Make some type of excuse.
I understand. I'm sad we're not going to get a fancy cam suit this week. That's what I'm really hurt
He
about.
might still show up.
Show up
Show up in
where?
a hazmat suit.
You better be out there. You better be out
He better show up to the stadium with a hazmat
Yo,
suit
Cam
on.
would get a 3-piece hazmat suit
Yeah, you would.
with
Yeah.
something weird on it. Because he's just Cam.
Or he might just pull up to the game with a standard hazmat suit, but also getting out of the limo behind him is Bryan Cranston, aka Heisenberg, with his
Fair.
Breaking
Fair.
Bad.
Yeah, Breaking Bad. Well done. Well done.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout
And
out
then
to Breaking Bad.
on the hazmat suit, they'll have written "Breaking Chiefs." Yeah.
That sounds like a UFC fighter shirt. Before when they could have when they were allowed
Breaking
when they were
Chiefs.
allowed to have their own shirt, it sounded like something a UFC fighter would do. Like one time, Tito Ortiz, his brand was Team Punishment.
Mhm.
That's what he called it. And he was fighting a dude who was gonna retire after the fight, and he had a shirt that said "punishing them into retirement." That's what his shirt said. So that was such a
I like
UFC
that.
fighter shirt.
Yeah.
I did Breaking Chiefs. Yeah. Oh yeah, and then John Jones, had a shirt that said "Unbreakable" because Daniel Cormier said he was gonna break him, so he wore a shirt that said "Unbreakable."
Nice.
Yeah, so it's such a UFC fighter idea. This gave me a flashback.
Is that all the headlines? That was it, wasn't
That was
it?
yeah.
All right. So before we get into expert, not the expert, I
Yes.
threw in the Braves here.
The
Just
Braves are
'cause,
still in the playoffs.
the Braves.
They're still in the playoffs.
So we
Are they
won.
playing the Marlins?
Yes.
Okay.
So
the
we
sneaky
won.
Team.
We won our first. It's crazy. We won our first playoff series since 2001. Can you believe that? That was a shock
I
to
can
me
absolutely
when I
believe
heard that.
Yeah, I know it's been a while because I laugh every year at it.
Yeah, because we could
I'm
be.
evil.
You know how many division titles we won,
All
but
of
yet
them.
we'll still just get booted out in the wild card or divisional
Yep,
round.
yep.
And we had some Atlanta things go. Like we got knocked out of a wild card game or out of the series because freaking ref or ump called a infield fly rule
Yeah, the infield fly rule. I remember that.
when it doesn't apply. But he still called it and
I
said,
remember
"You know what? Screw it. I'm
That was
hungry.
funny.
I want to go home. Game's over.
funny.
Infield fly rule. We're
Yeah.
out." All right.
Then you had the 17-1 inning, whatever it was last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't remind me of that.
That's
and
why I
then
did
I
it.
went, and then I got to go last year. I went to game 1
Oh,
against the
yeah,
Cardinals,
Yeah.
and I took a buddy who had never been to a Braves game before, but is a big
Oh, no.
Braves fan, and then went with another buddy of mine, and we got to go make a day out of it.
Yeah.
Watch the Braves get up, and then watch the Cardinals come back at the end,
Mm.
and Luke
Painful.
Jackson.
Painful.
For some reason, he's still on the Braves, but he blew that game like he blows out all of them. But Braves, yeah, first series
They are
win
here.
against the second to worst, or actually the worst hitting team in the National League. So
Take me, you can get 'em.
what did you?
Oh, is that why it was a 1-0 13 inning game?
Yes, yeah. Because so Cincinnati can't hit, but Cincinnati has really good pitchers.
Right,
Like they
right.
had Trevor Bauer out there first
Yeah.
game. Trevor Bauer went off. I didn't know Trevor Bauer was that good, but apparently he's going to win the Cy Young this year, and he's
Oh, okay.
legit. So congratulations to you.
I
But
remember,
we won.
Yeah, I remember talking to I talked to Josh the other day and I asked him about the Marlins. Josh is a big baseball guy.
Yeah.
I asked about the Marlins series. Like realistically, they should in a normal year they wouldn't win, but like their pitching is really good. So weird
Yes.
things can happen. in
Yeah.
this
So
series.
I'm not. Even though the Marlins should not be anywhere near.
Do you know
these
the Marlins have
playoffs.
never lost a playoff series since they've been around?
Yeah, they've only been to 2 playoffs, right?
And they won the World Series.
And they
both
won the World
times.
Series both
Yeah,
times.
yeah.
Yeah. As wild card teams, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Not even as
That's pretty
divisional.
wild. That's
Yeah.
pretty crazy. It's
It's
like they're
crazy.
either really good or they're mediocre.
Yeah.
There's
so
no in between.
in the year of the unexpected should be expected. So we should expect the Marlins to beat the Braves and go on to win their 3rd World Series.
That would be annoying.
I'll be so mad.
That'd be so irritating.
Um,
Because they're like that'd be the most like
that'd be the most Atlanta thing ever, wouldn't it, Titus?
I was gonna say it'd be like the biggest indictment on the whole baseball season if the Marlins won the World Series.
Yeah,
Because
it
they
would be.
like over 160 games. I don't think anyone thought they'd be a playoff team, right?
No, nobody did.
Yeah.
Especially when in the first 2-3 weeks, they had to cancel.
Oh yeah, they lost half the team.
Yeah, they lost,
Yeah.
and then they rotated like 18 different pitchers, and
they were
so many
winning.
yeah,
still
and they were
somehow.
still winning.
Yeah.
Because Derek Jeter did
ridiculous.
trade every single major asset
All
they
of them,
had
yeah.
for a bunch of farm players, and
Right.
so he threw them out like seeds and let them say, "Hey, we'll see if you can grow." And some of them grew into
Right.
good baseball players.
That's incredible.
So shout out to DJ for
well
that,
done,
I guess.
DJ. Yeah.
But yeah, go Braves, go Bravos, and we're doing it also without our top two guys, Fried and Soroka, and we got somebody out too. Not Fried, without Hamels and Soroka, but we're
Okay,
missing
okay,
somebody
okay.
else. But yeah,
Got you.
it's whatever. I mean, I'm excited for us, but expect the unexpected.
This Braves roller coaster has been a lot
it has
that
been.
you've been on
Yeah.
this year.
Yeah.
You didn't want the season to come back. Then you wanted season. I'm sorry, you wanted season to come back. Then you didn't want the season. Then you wanted it again. Then you didn't want it. Then you were happy that then you were doing weekly reports on it. And now we're here.
Yeah.
to
We're
where
here
you're just
in the playoffs.
melancholy.
Yeah.
I respect it.
I'll be more hyped because we beat the Reds, man. So I'm not going to be that hyped about
Hey man,
it.
you gotta be using in front of you in this weird thing.
Yeah, that's true.
That's one thing I confused. I was looking at record like it's a lot of teams with no wins. In
Yeah,
the with,
they expanded the
losing
playoffs.
records in the playoffs this year. This
Yeah.
is odd.
yeah.
But yeah, I saw the Dodgers were like the 1 seed and had to play a 3-game series.
Yeah.
Like y'all just trying to get the Dodgers are like the Braves West. Like y'all was trying to get them out of here, huh?
Pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was the thing. A lot of people were saying this playoff thing they did this year is really stupid because half the teams got into the playoffs.
Right.
And then
It was very NBA like.
yeah, and you didn't have an incentive to come in first because you still had to play the 3-game
Right.
series. All right, so expert of the week.
Mhm.
Oh, I guess I give mine first,
go ahead.
right?
That's
Yeah.
fine.
My expert of the week, and I did take screenshots of it. I was gonna put it up, but you know what? No. My expert of the week is the one and only Coach Kendall Wallace, LaGrange College basketball men's head coach. Titus, I think we both love a good clapback.
We do love a
right?
good clapback. We're clapback friendly on this show.
Yeah. Coach Wallace sent out a nice clapback yesterday on Twitter when somebody tweeted at him. I don't even know. Apparently, the conversation it was like Auburn versus Georgia fans or something. They're talking about running backs, and he chimed in, I think, with about how Herschel Walker's the best running back, maybe in the SEC or something. And then somebody thought they gave him the clapback, and they said, "Let me see." Well, they took a screenshot of his record
Yeah.
and of last year's record,
Yeah.
and then team didn't do so hot, and so they were under 500, and sent it, posted up and tagged him in it and said, "Oh, who are you? Like, is this you?"
Right.
And then he came
The
with the
classic this year.
clapback and posted a picture of his 3 conference championship rings and said, "Yeah, that's me. This is also me too."
Right. That was fire. I
Clap
respect.
back.
I love that type of energy.
And it got like 100 retweets or something like that.
I love
But,
that energy.
Yeah, shout out to
I
Coach
respect
Wallace.
that energy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a picture for my expert of the week. Last week, y'all know we're going through NFL games, kicking games and whatnot.
Yeah.
We picked the Monday night game last week, and I took the Chiefs. And Clayton, you put the picture up.
You working on it?
Look at that Monday night football panel. All of them with that big Ravens logo. Every single one of them, not a single, and the fan pick too. So the fans, y'all also not experts this week. Well, y'all also,
me in that.
I am the only expert this week. I was gonna bring you along with me because I thought you picked the Chiefs, but you didn't.
Yeah.
So, but I'm the only expert this week. I'm my only expert of the week this week because I outpicked the experts on the Monday night game. Because all of them, the whole panel, all of you picked the Ravens. I knew. Don't doubt Mahomes. And I see y'all. I'm saying it again. I said it on the podcast. I heard you, ESPN, running with my how do you stop the Chiefs angle that I threw out there. I was a week ahead of every one of you on that. I got documents. They're documented podcast. Levi, you heard the show.
Yeah.
You heard me say it a week before any of them did, right?
Yep.
Then all of a sudden they beat the Ravens. Everybody's like, how do you plan to beat this team?
Mhm.
I see you interns who listen to the show to make sure I'm not slandering nobody at ESPN. I see you and I hear you. All I'm saying is send the contract over. That's it.
Hot off the facts.
Facts. That's it. That's all I got for that.
Who's your not the expert of the week?
I'm just go ahead and give it to Bill O'Brien for trading DeAndre Hopkins and being 0-4 this year,
Oh,
having lost to the
yeah.
Vikings today,
Yeah,
and only having one receiver break
the
100
battle
yards.
of the losers.
Yep,
today.
only had one receiver break 100 yards.
Yeah, but the Vikings had. Well, I know they for sure had one receiver break 100. Adam Thielen.
Thielen hit 114, and Jefferson hit 103. Justin Jefferson, a receiver Howie Roseman could have taken. Probably would have been healthy.
How's
didn't take
Aguilar
him.
doing?
Aguilar
Yeah.
with the Raiders? Oh, you mean Rieger?
Wait, who'd y'all get?
Rieger?
Oh, yeah, I'll do that all the
Rieger's out
time.
tonight, like half the roster. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, he's out tonight. So
Yeah.
get well soon, I guess. I don't know. Sick of this thing.
My not the expert of the week
Talk to me.
is let me make sure I get this name right.
Talk to me.
It's where is it? AJ Rose.
What's the AJ Rose?
And AJ Rose is you would find an AJ Rose in the backfield of a Kentucky football team.
Okay.
Did you see or hear what AJ Rose did?
What he do?
AJ Rose broke off on, a long run.
Oh, is he one of the dudes that ran and then got tackled?
He
and
was a
lost the ball?
dude. I don't know why. He was holding up the peace sign or the number 2, and he's looking back. He does the look back over the shoulder, looks back over both shoulders, and decides it's a good idea when he's 15 yards out from the the end zone that he's going to hold up the 2 sign, the peace sign. I don't know what it wasn't a 2-point conversion. I guess he was saying peace, but I guess he didn't get a good glance because those dudes were not that far behind him.
He thought he had burnt him and he didn't.
Yep, and he got caught, tripped up at 3-4 yard line. But what makes it better is 2 plays later, they do a wildcat.
Oh,
and they're going to give AJ
the Wildcats
Rose,
ran a wildcat.
Yeah, and
interesting.
Irony. In this wildcat, they were like, you know what, AJ, we're going to give you another shot because that touchdown was yours.
Right.
What does AJ do? He fumbles it on the 1 yard line and loses the possession.
Oh, that's bad.
AJ Rose,
that's bad.
Not the expert of the week. I think a lot of people were trolling AJ Rose for that because
I think somebody else did the same thing and got caught yesterday.
Maybe.
Because I think Mina tweeted, like, wait, 2 players did this in one day?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So somebody else did it later on. Like,
yeah.
That's
and then we had, Mina's hot with it because she had one of her players do that too, DK Metcalf last week. He did that.
yeah.
But he didn't do he did the, the
Superman?
Yeah, I don't know. He took the Michael Vick approach. He started carrying it with one hand.
Oh, okay.
And somebody came out from behind him and just popped it out of his hand.
Unfortunate.
And it rolled into the back of the end zone.
Unfortunate.
Yep.
Yeah, that's ugly.
Anyways, NFL talk.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we got 3 games, or 2 games tomorrow. Well, 3 games coming up. Got the Eagles and the 49ers.
Mm-hmm.
Levi, I would like to read you the list of players for the Eagles who will not be playing.
Go
even though
ahead.
I sent it to you earlier.
Do we have time for that?
Lord only
Might
knows.
take about 15 minutes to read that list.
So tonight the Eagles will be without Andre Dillard, starting left tackle. Jason Peters, the guy who was supposed to replace. Jason Peters got hurt again, right?
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he got moved. He was gonna play inside, and then he got moved back outside because Dillard got hurt. He wanted more money to get moved back outside, and then he got hurt again. Isaac Semalu, starting left guard. Brandon Brooks, starting right guard. That's the 4 offensive line people out. Deshaun Jackson, wide receiver 1. Alshon Jeffrey, wide receiver 2. Jalen Rieger, our wide receiver 3. Dallas Goedert, tight end 2. Vinny Curry, defensive end. Vontae Maddox, the defensive back. Will Park, safety. Trevor Williams. And, technically J.J. Arcega-Whiteside isn't there, but he's not there when he's there, so it doesn't really matter about him. So, yeah, that's the list of injuries tonight. The whole starting roster. And you know what, Levi? You know what's crazy?
Don't do it.
Somehow, they're going to win this game. Because when I get the most depressed and annoyed by the Eagles, you know what they do? They win.
Yeah.
So they're going to somehow magically win this game just because, that's just what they do. So
You know who else does that?
Who?
It's the Falcons. We like to save Dan Quinn's job.
y'all do love saving Dan Quinn's job. So yeah. This game is going to be an unmitigated. This game most likely should be an unmitigated disaster. It should go very poorly. I'm sure Chris Collinsworth had a lot of Carson Wentz packages made. Oh, I think Chris likes Carson Wentz, so he might be nice to him tonight. But it's gonna be it should be an unmitigated disaster tonight.
So you got the Eagles.
Miles Sanders is hobbled. Now I'm saying all this, and I still fully expect to watch this game and be annoyed by the fact that the Eagles win it by some random happening. Because it ain't like the 49ers got a bunch of starters either.
Mhm.
They got more than we do. The whole world has more than we do at this point. This whole team is just hurt. Who is the medical staff and why is everyone hurt all the time? How is that possible? How? It's been 2 years of this. I have questions. I need answers.
So last week against
Mm-hmm.
the experts, we've been tracking our picks for
Right.
Sunday night, Monday night. Last week the experts went 8-8 with that Chiefs Ravens, as you showed. A lot of
Yes.
people picked the Ravens, including
Mhm.
myself. What was the other game last week?
Sunday night game.
Yeah. who played?
Was it Packers Saints? Yeah,
Packers Saints.
Thank you, Mr. Christine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they went 8-8. We also went 500 last week. We went 2-2.
Hmm.
And
Well done.
because I'm pretty sure we each got, you got Chiefs,
Yeah.
Ravens right, and I got Packers, Saints right.
Well, I think we got Packers Saints right. Did I pick the Saints? I don't think I picked the Saints.
No, you picked the Saints, and then I picked the Saints. And
Yeah.
you said, yeah, the Packers.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah,
is
so I
that what
picked the Packers.
happened?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what happened.
Well, we're not 500.
Woo! Undefeated.
Mistracked it. So we're 3-1. And you went undefeated.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
You went
That's
undefeated
right.
last
It's
week.
undefeated champ for me.
And you're the only. Guess what? Week 1 and 2. We both matched an expert who went undefeated.
Right.
Well, you're the standalone undefeated person.
Cut the check.
Nobody on the E ESPN NFL experts went undefeated on those 2 picks.
I need the check.
You did.
I need the check. Now, when the second half of the season comes off, I'm gonna have a dramatic fall off at some point.
Yep.
But I'm doing good right now. I'm gonna ride this high. We're gonna ride this high, baby.
So far on the year,
Mhm.
the experts are 56% right, or
Okay.
56% of the time they've chosen the
Mhm,
right team.
mhm.
And I'm gonna have to go back and do the math because I did that wrong. I thought we went 500 this week, so it's gonna be higher. But we're at least 71% right, so we're passing and we're beating them. We're
Doing
the
well.
experts.
We're doing well.
Yeah, in your
Our percentage
face.
is almost Popeye's health score.
Yeah.
Good for us. Love you, Popeyes. I want you to be here forever.
But so do you have? Is that your official pick for the Sunday night game?
Who's that?
The Eagles.
Gosh,
You got to make a pick.
I'm gonna just go Eagles because I've just been lived this weird movie so much. I'll go
Okay.
Eagles.
I'm definitely gonna go 49ers because
I mean, that's the
Everything you
smart
just
thing to
read
do.
to me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
smart thing to do. It's just this team. I trust this team so little. I don't trust them to lose.
yeah.
Well, they
Alright.
should.
What about Chiefs, Patriots?
Chiefs.
Chiefs for me too.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Jared Stidham or Brian Hoyer beating Patrick Mahomes is not something I plan on seeing.
Falcons, yeah, especially after Lamar Jackson couldn't do it.
Yeah.
So how
yeah. That'd
that'd
be.
be 2020 for real.
Yeah, it would be.
Falcons, Packers.
I want to say Packers. But something about the Falcons are on the cusp, man. They're on the cusp of putting 4 quarters together.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when they get to that 4th quarter, about 2 minutes to be left, Aaron Rodgers go down the field and win the game, so I'm just going to go Packers.
Okay, so I was ready to do I was going to give a little pregame speech, and I
To
was
rile
going to
the-
start doing the dirty bird as I was giving the pregame speech.
To
I
rile
was
up
going to
the troops.
explain, yeah, exactly. I was going to rally the troops and explain how we're going to come out tomorrow night and get our first dub on the board against the Packers.
Can I guess what changed it?
Go ahead.
You saw that Ridley and Julio
Yeah, I
Jones
saw
were
Calvin
questionable.
Ridley and Julio Jones are questionable, and that's
That was
going to
it.
hurt.
That was it, yeah.
I don't know who we're going to throw out there in place of them, but also the Packers are out one or two of their receivers.
Yeah, I
as
think
well.
Adams might still be out.
Okay, I know
Yeah.
Lazard is out too.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So, but even though I'm not as confident as I was 24 hours ago, Falcons on the board with a dub. Mark it down.
I like it.
Rise up.
All right. So we're different on every pick. So one of us is going to
No,
carry.
we both went Chiefs. We both
Oh,
went
okay.
Chiefs.
I forgot we have a doubleheader tomorrow night.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I got
Yeah.
very confused by that. This doubleheader thing's throwing me off. But yeah, okay. So
So
we have
one
one
of us
pick in
could go
common.
undefeated and
Yeah.
one of us won't.
yeah. So
Yeah.
one of us has to
Maybe.
carry the squad this week.
Yeah.
For sure. Bet. That's good. with
Somebody
it.
got to do it.
Somebody got to do it, man.
Heat versus Lakers.
Heat Lakers.
We're
now,
12 minutes out.
we talked in headlines about, we gave the announcement that Bam and Dragic are both out again tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the Heat, the Lakers played with them a little bit. Like, they just, the Lakers went up whatever, and they're like, okay, it's fine. We'll just get points when we need them
Mhm.
last game. But it's hard for me to think the Lakers are going to, I feel like they could sweep, but I feel like Miami might sneak a game here. I don't know if it's this one. I feel like
Yeah.
they could sneak one.
Well, I think
I think Jimmy Butler is due for like at least one massive performance. Will it be enough? If AD, is off and LeBron are off, sure, it could be enough. But maybe he could, pull out one out of his hat for Miami Heat to hang their hat on this year. Because this series is looking ugly. It's looking very bad. Did you see? There was a report. Sam Amick said that Eric Spoelstra yelled at Duncan Robinson at some point, shoot the blanking ball in the first quarter last game. Yeah, yeah. Like he's
Duncan's scared out there.
Duncan is absolutely shook. And it's like the first time this young team has actually looked young, right?
Yeah.
This is the one time they look young. I think Butler alluded to it in game one. Like, we just looked a little shook out there. Like, they're finally getting some youth about themselves. Because the Lakers are here like, nah, you ain't getting none of that. Not getting any of that off.
Yeah.
Um,
Duncan looks like the first time he got on that court against the Lakers, he had that life flash before your eyes.
Yeah.
And he was thinking, man, 3 years ago, I was playing D3 basketball,
Right.
and now I'm playing against LeBron. Like,
Right.
he clearly shows he is scared of them, or like he thinks he's not worthy to be on that court with them.
yeah,
and it
it's that-
shows.
yeah, and it's that impossible.
Man up, bro. I don't care if you were playing D3 ball
that-
3 years ago. Man up. You're in the
is
NBA
the
now.
thing.
Heat culture.
Bro, this
White boys shoot. You got to be the white boy that shoots. You're repping us. Do something. Quit making us look really bad.
This is the thing. This is like one thing, like, because I know, remember they said Doris Burke reported that he had he was kind of victim of imposter syndrome.
Yeah.
Because he felt like he didn't belong.
Yes. Yeah. That's what made me.
Yeah, that's one thing that's like about self-awareness that's not good as a professional athlete.
Yeah.
Because when you're self-aware like that, you can kind of get into that place. Somebody who's very self-aware and gets to that place about different things. Like, I understand it. So I do got to feel bad for him.
Yeah.
Also, yeah, it's ugly. It's ugly
Yeah.
out here. He's almost unplayable, but they got to play him.
Yeah.
Because you need that threat, because they got to pay attention to him at all times.
Yeah. You got to keep.
And they're giving him no space. Like,
Mhm.
they are in his grill all game long.
I totally understand why that
yeah.
dude does not want to shoot the ball.
No, yeah,
and I think
yeah.
he's making great passes too.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, he's made some really impressive passes. As soon as that ball has gotten to him, he knows where he's going to go with it,
Right,
whatever. But
right.
it has gotten to where he's not even looking at the basket anymore
Yeah,
when he gets the ball in his
he's
hands.
expecting to just
Yeah.
get it out of his hands.
But they got him
That's fine.
clamped though, so
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know what you do about it.
So I guess this series might be over by the time we come back. It very well could be.
Yeah,
done.
it probably will be
Because they're playing, if the Lakers win tonight, they play again Tuesday. And maybe the Lakers, I'm still back and forth in the sweep thing because the Lakers haven't swept anybody all playoffs. Everybody's
Yeah.
gotten a game off them. So
Mhm.
I can see them sleeping. But, like, I feel like I did think the other day, like, maybe everybody ready to go home. And the sooner they get the series over with, they can just go to the house. So they might just roll in the next 2 games.
I think that is the point for. Yeah, I think the Lakers are there.
Yeah,
they're
ready
like,
to-
you know what,
yeah.
we're 2 away. Let's go ahead and get this now.
Get this over with, right?
If Bam was playing tonight, this is the game I thought was going to be. The Heat
The
are going to
Heat's
get
game,
this
yeah,
one, and
yeah.
we're going to make it interesting.
Right.
Without Bam, I don't know how they do that, but we also
It's
got to take into
it's such a
context
lax.
too. The Lakers played a game that they'll never play like that again.
Game 1.
Yeah, game 1.
But game 2,
Like,
they
that was
still,
ridiculous.
Yeah, game 1 was ridiculous. The first half especially. Like,
yeah.
the second half, they kind of came back down to earth.
But
Game 2 was just like, you don't have anybody for Anthony Davis.
yeah.
And
But,
someone pointed out, like, this whole positionless basketball is real nice until you play a team that has the small ball threats of LeBron James and Anthony Davis.
Yeah.
It doesn't work that well anymore.
Yeah.
Because they're just going at you little 2 guards who you switch everything. It's,
Mhm.
Yeah.
I
Now,
just think I was still, even though you paint the game 2 like that, I was still really impressed with the Heat because the Heat were out there with that roster and they were still able to just keep it like pretty much around a 10-point game.
Yeah,
the whole time.
I'm between they were able to keep it there and LA was just like kind of coasting. I don't know which one it was more of, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause like
Yeah.
when they needed a basket, they went and got one. But they were taking a lot of shots. Like I said, they were missing a lot of threes too. The
Mhm.
threes weren't hitting. And they shot the most threes they shot all season in that game, I think.
Yeah.
So it's a weird thing they're doing. Not weird, but I mean it's just like it's so strange series. Like I don't think the Lakers are playing the best. They're playing good Lakers basketball, but it's not like they have a set idea of what they're gonna come with every night.
I still think the Heat can steal this one just because.
Still one night, yeah. If there's one to steal, it might be this one.
Yeah,
Because
because
they go down 3-0, I don't think LA is gonna play with them if they go down 3-0.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think Eric Spoelstra, he's going to have some type of adjustment or game plan to at
Yeah.
least.
I'm curious.
I don't know what you do with it,
Now, yeah,
especially slowing down Anthony Davis.
Yeah.
But he's going to have some answer. The answer may not be 100% right, but the theory behind the answer may be okay. So
Yeah. One thing that I did say when we did our preview show, the other day, preview for the finals the other day before
Yeah.
game one. One thing I did say was like I don't think that zone is gonna affect smart players like
LeBron
Rondo
and
and
yeah,
LeBron.
Rondo,
And
yeah.
one turnover, 19 assists between two of them. Kind of alludes to that a little bit. I think LeBron was 33, 9 and 9 with 0 turnovers, which is that's insanity. So I don't know that zone can work, but also they're in a position now to where they can't play man. You know what I'm saying? Like they could have did a little bit of man. Now you literally can't play man.
Yeah.
Cause they had a lineup out there. Do you see that lineup they had where Iguodala was basically the center?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, they had some lineup where Iguodala was basically like the center, and LA's like,
Oh, I did see that.
yeah, LA's like, okay, fine.
Yeah.
That's perfectly okay with us.
Yeah.
We'll take that every day.
Was that game? That was game
That was
one
game
though,
two.
wasn't it?
last
Oh, that
night.
was game two.
Yeah, that was the other day.
I think well, since the series could easily be over before we come back.
Yes.
I just want to give this little take or opinion. I really want to see Anthony Davis get named Finals MVP just so I can watch LeBron Twitter, like scroll through LeBron Twitter, and everybody absolutely defecate on Anthony Davis and treat him as if he didn't have any
Oh, you haven't been
part
since LeBron
of the
Twitter, have you?
championship. No, I haven't.
Nah, LeBron Twitter. I mean, everybody's kind of like LeBron's kind of getting this for AD. Like he's kind of letting AD shine. So I don't think anybody's gonna be mad about that.
Oh, so LeBron's letting AD have the.
I mean, LeBron
MVP
has led the
trophy.
offense. I mean, AD has led the offense all year.
Yeah.
So he's been the number one scoring option all year. So I
Yeah,
think it's more of
exactly.
that.
Yeah.
But also, LeBron's numbers are kind of ridiculous too.
No, they are.
So-
They are. They're both very deserving of it. But
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
saying, if AD
want that
gets
to
named
happen?
MVP, I feel
think they
like
are.
a lot of slander would come AD's way.
I don't see it.
Okay.
Not from. No, I don't see it. Just because like he's been cooking so much, I don't
Yeah.
feel like people are gonna go against him. And like I feel like LeBron get a ring in LA solidified, bro. It's a wrap. The LA fans are gonna embrace him forever.
Yeah.
And they kind of need AD back for the next 10 years. They got about 2 years of LeBron, 10 years of AD. So
Mhm.
I feel like it's gonna be chill because LeBron Twitter's been kind of chill lately.
Oh,
on That
okay.
fact, yeah,
I guess they calmed down after Giannis winning MVP.
yeah. They've just been laughing a lot at people that pick the Heat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I enjoy their laughter. It's kind of funny, but yeah. So yeah, y'all get ready for the NBA Finals game. You know what I'm saying? 4 minutes out, or probably about 6 minutes out. It's ESPN time. It's about 6-7 minutes
Yeah.
out. Yo, have you seen the ESPN halftime show that they do?
I don't think so.
Bruh, it's like commercial. It's like halftime. They talk for a minute and a half. Commercial. Come back, one highlight. Jalen Rose says one
And
sentence.
then go back to
and
commercial.
commercials.
Yeah.
And then the game's back on.
Mhm.
It's so terrible.
Yeah.
But I get it. Everybody gets sponsorship money in the bubble. We gotta get
pay the bills.
you gotta
Yep.
get the ad money. Do what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Do what you have to do. And also continue to get that free money, Jalen, in the halftime show, guys. And Kendrick Perkins, learn how to say Bam Adebayo's name. For the love of God.
It's the same thing. So they're pretty much treating the halftime TV broadcast as any other ESPN radio show.
Oh, probably.
Because if you're on ESPN radio and you get slotted for 3 hours, that means all you got to do is curate 1 hour of content because the other 2 hours are sponsorships. It's absolutely ridiculous. Like, I can't listen. I'm not going to say I can't listen to ESPN radio because
I don't do live radio. I can't do it anymore.
I still do
Because
just
the
when I
commercial
have
breaks
nothing else.
seem so long.
Yeah,
in between
because
there.
they are, and the commercial
It's like
breaks are every 5 minutes.
a show. 25
Exact-
minutes a show. Commercial or 15 in commercials, and then 15.
Yeah.
And this is how they can run long. Like
Mhm.
because they got the hard network out, so I had to start it every hour. I think.
Yeah,
Because I remember the Levitar show first got national. They couldn't figure the hard network outs out for a while.
yeah.
They just ended interviews very badly, but yeah, it's annoying. But
It is annoying.
get the money, get your money. 'Cause that's gonna be us one day, getting the money.
I can't
enjoying
wait
the
to
commercial breaks.
curate, 1 hour of
Do
content.
you know how easy doing a show is
for-
gonna be when we have commercial breaks, bro?
Yeah, exactly.
It's gonna be so simple.
I know.
It's gonna be difficult because we're not gonna figure out the clocks. But before that, it's gonna be mad simple to have commercials. It's gonna be like, all right, cool. We can drag the segment out.
And we can actually
an
plan.
hour.
We can actually plan something like if we do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
So I'm not an expert, but follow the show
oh yes.
everywhere. You feel me? Twitch, not the experts. Twitter, not the experts. IG, not the experts. Or NTE podcast. Twitter, NTE podcast. Facebook, NTE podcast. NTE podcast. Download the podcast on Apple, Amazon, Google Play. Your other Spotify, your other random apps that do podcasts.
Yeah, like
you know what I'm saying?
Overcast, something
Overcast,
like that.
yeah, if you're into that, you know what I'm saying? Podbean, if you're nasty, you know what I'm saying? Go
Google,
Google, yeah, get us everywhere, you know what I'm saying? Pod Fanatic, we're probably up there too. We're everywhere.
YouTube. Did you say
YouTube, so follow you, subscribe to the YouTube channel, Not the Experts. Subscribe to us there, you know what I'm saying? Hit us up everywhere. And talk back to us too. We like when y'all talk to us too. And rate 5 stars. You can't give anything less than it doesn't let you. 5 stars. If you try to give anything less and I find out about it, I'm coming for you. So yeah, 5 stars. Thank you, Cinderella's the Catfish. Thank you, Brother Production Multimedia.
She's not
And
a catfish.
we are out.